It's Lindsay from mycreativedays.com. And I'm here, I just set the phone like this up so you can't see me, but I just wanted to make sure that I had it set up so you could see what I was doing. And then sometimes when I move the phone, it falls down and the whole thing is a mess. So I'm gonna just try and do it this way and hopefully it will work. I figured out how to make these cute little wood stars for our Christmas tree, or you could hang them anywhere. I might even hang them above our mantle in our living room, so I thought I'd show you. It took me a little while to figure it out, but it really is simple once you get the hang of it. So I thought I would show how to make one in a video. So all you need are some wood beads, some craft wire. For this star, I used some, I think it's smaller gauge wire, but for the one I'm gonna make here live, or I wanna try this. This is a 26 gauge wire, and this makes me think of floral wire. I don't know if that's what it is. It doesn't say that, but I'm gonna try and use this one. It's a little more sturdier than this one. This one worked fine, but I just wanna try this one for this next star I'm gonna make. So, and then a pair of scissors just to cut the wire. But other than that, you don't need anything else. So the first thing you wanna do is measure out about 2 arm lengths worth of wire. Just so you have enough. And then you're gonna cut it. And I'm already dropping beads, of course. Okay, and so I'm going to, I'll use the bigger ones on this one. So what you're gonna do is you're going to thread on 6 beads first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whoops, 6. Maybe. And then you're gonna take it all the way down to the end of your wire, and you're gonna leave about 4 inches at the end. I am just eyeballing. I am not measuring at all. So you have about that much wire at the end. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the other end. Whoa. The trick is to keep your beads on your wire initially, but once you start getting going, it'll stay on. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this end that you threaded them on with, and you're going to go through this first bead that you put on. Okay, you guys, I quickly found out that that green wire was just not gonna work as well as this other wire, so I just went ahead and I put 6 beads on here on the gold wire. Like I said, it just takes a little finagling, and so push it all the way down, like I said. Leave yourself about 4 inches from the other end. And then you're gonna thread this end of the wire through that first bead that you put on. And then you're gonna pull it taut. The other hard thing is just making sure you keep your wires straight so they don't get kinks in them. Okay, so then you're gonna kind of pull it taut so you have a circle. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to thread 5, we're gonna start making one of the arms of the stars. So you're gonna thread 5 beads on the longer end of the wire. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to push them all the way down. Keeping your wire straight. Okay, so there, it looks like this now. You guys see that okay? Okay. And so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that end of the wire, the long one that you've been working with the whole time, and you're gonna thread it through the second bead down from that, the 5 that you just put on. So this, whoops, this one. So you're gonna thread that down and through. Pull the thread, or the wire. Got a little kink in it, so just pull that, make it straight. I had Gabrielle helping me the one with the first one. If you've got somebody to help you hang on to the ends of the thread, that's even better. So it kind of takes a minute to finagle these down. Once you get the wire in the, there we go. You just gotta keep pulling it taut every time. You push something down, then just kind of finagle it a little, and then it'll get there. It just takes some time. Okay. It just does not want to get, there we go. Like I said, it takes a minute to get in the groove. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 more beads on this, whoops, the end, the long side of the wire. You work with this same side the entire time once you get it going. And then you're gonna pull that down. And can you kind of see it's starting to make the arm? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna thread it through the bottom part, the bottom one of the 5. Okay, so you're gonna wanna go down through. I'm trying to show you, it's kind of hard to do it through the camera. So you're gonna wanna go down through this one. You know what, I'm wondering if I go down through this one, if that'll matter. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try this. I didn't do this last time, but let's try. I'm gonna go down through this one. Oh, I'm wondering if it's because I used bigger beads this time. That the circle, I bet you that's why. So anyway, I'm going down through that bottom bead, and I'm pulling through. And trying to pull it taut. If you have something, I'm just gonna set this jar on here to hold the end of that wire so I can pull these taut. And the wire makes it nice because you can, you know, it's bendable and you can get it to where you want it. Oh. This pair of scissors is not heavy enough. Okay, and so now the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to just move around your base circle. So you're gonna repeat that, but to get to the next arm of the star, you're gonna go up through the next bead you have down here in your circle. So you're just gonna pull that through, get it taut, and then you're gonna repeat. So we're gonna put on 5 beads again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna get them all the way down to the end, keeping my wires straight with no kinks. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the end of the wire again, and I'm gonna go down that second bead. So this bead right here, I'm gonna go down the second one and then pull it taut. Okay. Oops, I have a little snag. There we go. Okay, and remember, this just takes a little finagling. Trying to move my beads down and pull the wire taut. Okay, so then we're gonna put on 2 more beads. The end. And then we are going to go down through the bottom part of that arm. I'm calling it an arm, I don't know, point, I guess. So we're gonna go down through this one right here. So I'm gonna put my wire down through here. Trying to keep it straight. And I've got it, oh, I think I was hanging on to it. Okay, can you guys, I'm holding it, my hands on there because I'm trying to hold them taut and the wire at the same time. I should just tape that down. I don't have any tape near me, so like I said, you can kind of, with the wire, you can finagle these and get them where you want them, but there are 2 ends, 2 points to the star. And then you will just continue around. So you're gonna thread through this next bead and then continue with 5, the 5 beads on there. And I have a big kink right there. There you go. And now I will string on 5 more beads and then go through the same process that I did with the first 2 arms. Okay, I'm working on the last little arm of this snowflake. So I put my 5 beads on. I'm gonna go down through that second bead. I feel like the smaller beads were easier. I don't know. I mean, if that's, maybe not. It was easier when I had somebody else holding the wire, so. Okay, I got then I thread it through the second one, like I said, and then you'll put 2 more beads on. And I also wondered if you could do it with different sized beads. You know, if that would make a big difference with the, I don't know. So now I'm gonna go through the bottom. I just put the 2 beads on. I'm gonna go through the bottom part of this leg of the star, I guess that's what I'm calling it. I'm gonna pull that through. And then I'm gonna pull it taut. And then to finish it, to tie it off, I just wherever my wire ends up, I just wrap it around. Well, this one is the one we started with, so that you can wrap that around too, and then just clip it. But this one I just wrap around wherever I am, and I want to kind of bring these two together, so I'm just going to wrap it around this one. Put that one up there so I don't get it mixed up with there. I'm just going to put it around, wrap it around here once. You don't need to wrap it around a ton of times. With wire, it's, you know, it's pretty, I'll go maybe 3 times, and then it'll be secure enough that they're not going to fall off. And then you can just, oops, I'm going to wrap this other one around here a couple times just to make sure this one doesn't move. There we go. So I'm going to snip this one off. It's one less piece of wire I have to worry about. And then what I do is I kind of just play with it a little bit, finagle it around, get it to where I like it, and then cut this one off. Push the beads down and around and wrap the wire if it's showing. And then, so there's one. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with the finagling of the, but then what I do is I just picked a point of the star, and then I moved the beads around, so then I could just put a little piece of wire in here, and that's how we'll hang it. So they are easy to do. It just takes a minute, but it's something you could do while you're sitting and watching your favorite show, or playing, have the kids sit down and do a quiet activity, or maybe they could even help you with it too, depending on their age, and then you can get a few more done. But I just love the look of the wood beads for Christmas in this star. I think it's so cute. So I wanted to share this because I figured out how to do it. So have a great day.